Good morning, ladies. Happy Monday. I hope I'm in the right group. Sometimes I do this, I press live and then I'm like, oh shit, am I in the right group? Okay, so I have you guys up here too. So if you see me looking over here, I'm just seeing my screen to our Power and Grace group so that I can see some of the comments that you guys left me today, based on just like your lifestyle, what routine looks like for you, or maybe not, lack thereof, right? And I hope you guys can hear me. Taya, hi Taya. Can you hear me? I hope I can see these comments. So my tripod, I broke my tripod this weekend. So you're like sitting, I don't know, hopefully I'm not muffled. Yay, okay, perfect. Thank you. And keep this communicative, you guys. I love when you guys are chatting with me. Hopefully I can see your comments as we're live, but if not, I can go back and kind of communicate that way too. But I am here to talk to you guys about routine. So this is actually, thank you, Taya, this is my jam. I am, like, if you know me or I'm your coach or maybe your mentor as a coach, you know that when it comes to consistency, when it comes to routine and staying very committed to our routines, which in this case, we're talking about our workout routine, okay? But this is my jam. And so I am really excited to come live with you guys. I'm going to try and keep this relatively short. I know that we have crazy busy schedules. It is Easter. Happy Easter for those of you who are celebrating this weekend. We are, but I do want to make sure that we're kicking off this bingo prep week so intentionally, so fired up, so ready, so that on April 25th of Monday, we are ready for Power and Grace day one with our routines in check, in line. We've got some of those habits created already. And we just feel really good about kicking things off. And we feel confident because at the end of the day, that's what it's all about, right? So the first two things I really want to touch on before I even talk about routine, because I think this is the piece that a lot of people are missing when they're like, I just can't nail a routine. I can't seem to just stay consistent, or this XYZ thing, in this case, our workout, right? I just can't seem to stay committed to it. And there's two things that you have to be very open to, heart and mind, but also having to constantly come back and be very self-aware. This is something that I talk about a lot when you're on a wellness journey. You have to be comfortable with being uncomfortable of that, self-awareness in times where you know that maybe you're not doing the things that you should be doing that serve you best, so that you can learn and grow through it, right? And just get better at that recognition, because it will help you in times like these where you are trying to stay committed or consistent or create a routine or break a habit or create a habit, XYZ, right? So two things is the two mindset shifts and focus that you have to have, or at least I did. And this is, again, coming from a personal place. I've been consistent now for, oh my gosh, like 5 years, you guys, like consistent. And when I tell you that it's these two things that I had to do first, that's when everything else really fell into play for me. So the first thing is you have to be in the mindset of understanding that you do have time. You have time. You have time for your hobbies. You have time for your workouts. You have time for your family. You have time for your husband. You have the time, and you're in control of it. It's just us having to really get crystal clear and self-aware and ownership of that time. It's taking control of your time so that time doesn't control you, right? We'll talk about that a little bit. So that's the first thing. You do have time. Okay, we need to get out of that phrase of, I don't have time, I'm just so busy. We are, and life happens, and there definitely are things in life that keep us going, right? I mean, I get it. I get it. I got almost two teenage boys, right, that play sports and stuff. Like, I get that. We also fill our time with a lot of shit that we don't need to be doing, okay? Another thing, so that's the first thing, you have time. The second mindset is you can do this. You can do this. You can do hard things. You guys, you can create a really badass routine. You can commit. You can stay so committed that this becomes a part of who you are in your lifestyle. And that's why we're doing this right now. So those two mindset shifts, tell me you're going to be open to it. You're going to lean into it. And you're going to run with it. Because if you don't have those two things in place, routine will not happen for you. Because life will get in the way, excuses will get in the way, narrative will get in the way, laziness, and all these different things, okay? That's the first thing. So one thing, you guys, about routine is really all it is. I think that we bring in this overwhelmness to when we start to create a routine. And we all of a sudden are like, we fill our time in and we do all these different things before. All we have to remember is that when we're creating a routine, it's creating consistent blocks in your day, not necessarily like every single minute of every single day, but those chunks, those blocks of time in your day that ultimately develop the habits and the good things that you want to do with your life, right? It's really nailing in those times in your day that when I show up, I must show up 150% of that time. Again, we're talking about fitness, right? So I know for me, and this is another thing, and we're going to talk about this on Wednesday when we talk about our whys, but you need to know why you're here, guys. You need to know why you're here and why you're creating that routine. So what is that fitness? What are you showing up for, right? We'll develop that more on Wednesday, but really understanding that so that you know that your routine is genuinely just setting you up for some success so that you have that block in the day that's for you. That's a you time. For me, that morning chunk, and we'll talk about when that looks best for you, but that morning chunk of time in the day, I have consistently done that since January of 2018. I do it on holidays. I did it this morning. I do it on Saturday mornings. It's just that one time in the day where I'm like, I need this. It's my survival time. If I don't get this freaking time, I can't be the best mom. I can't be the best of the wife I can be, or the mentor, or the coach, or all these different things, right, that is required for us. So understand that this routine is more than just you showing up and pressing play on a workout. This is for you. This is your time. You're going to create your time for you because it's important to you and it's a priority and you're in a good mindset of I have time and I can freaking do this. Okay. So is everybody with me? Say yes. Give me some heart, some love. So that's the first thing, you guys, is getting in that really good mindset. Okay. Understanding why you're here. So a couple of things I just want to give you guys, and I can even put these questions actually when I'm done this, I'll put them in the actual post so you can go back on them. I'm going to ask you a couple of questions. I want you to reflect on this, whether it be on a piece of paper now or when you come back to it. And I will make it quick so that you can do that on your own time. But these are the three things I want to ask you. So the first thing is there a time in the day, and I'm just asking you, there's no right or wrong answer. This is your life. This needs to look very personal for you. My lifestyle is nothing like Tiffany's. Tiffany's lifestyle is going to be different than Taya's. Taya's lifestyle is going to be different than Jocelyn's. What everyone else is doing, okay? You need to blinders on. This is for you. It doesn't matter what Martha down the street, what's working for her. Is there a time in your day all the time that you know damn well you can fit your workout in? Maybe it's before the kids get up. Okay, I'm not asking you if you're a morning person. We'll get there. Is there a time in your day that you know you can get your workout in? Maybe it's when the kids go to bed. When I started 7 years ago, my husband and I, between the two of us, had 3 jobs, and then I got another online sales job as well. And we barely ever saw each other, and the only time that we had to work out was at 9:30 p.m. Did I love it? No. It was honestly, you guys, I'll tell you, it was not enjoyable. But guess what? It became a routine to the point where it didn't matter whether it was enjoyable or not. It just got done. That's the only time it worked. So is there a time? Okay, right? If you're a stay-at-home mama, I'm reading here, right? Whether you're a stay-at-home mom, we've got stay-at-home mamas, we've got working from home women in here too. I work from home full-time, so I get that too, how your routine, or not your routine, we're not going to talk about that, but how your day can kind of look like scattered in some days. This is even more important for you, okay? Sometimes when we have too much time, we really know how to fill it up and waste it before the end of the day. We're like, blah, there's no time for me, right? So understanding that if you have a lot of time in your day because you do work from home or you are a stay-at-home mama, that is such a beautiful thing. When does it work for you? When is that going to work best for you, okay? So when is it in that time of the day? Write that down. I want you to be very clear. Good. 6 to 7 a.m. every day of the week, non-negotiable. Love that, Taya. Absolutely. That's my time of the day too. Before my kids are up asking for cereal. Well, they make their own cereal now. But you know what I mean? Before people require things from me, I'm like, no. This is my block. We'll talk about the time. Okay. Where is this taking place? This is the second question. Where is this taking place? Now you're probably like, well, what does that matter? It matters immensely. It really, really matters, you guys. I will tell you that you don't need a big space. You don't need a fancy at-home gym. You don't need this miraculous setup, okay? Find a place in your home or in your backyard, wherever you want that to look, where when you go there every single time that you're going to press play on your workout, that when you go there, you're like, yeah, this is my space. Get the toys out of there. Get the shit that is not making you feel powerful and empowered and excited to work out. Get that stuff out of there. Even if it's a little space, you guys. When I got home at 9 o'clock, and then we'd work out by 9:30, right? When I did that, it was our routine. I'd get home, we'd change really quickly. We didn't have Energize by then, so we didn't even have that. But like, we'd have to move all the couches all the way around and the coffee table. And it was like that routine, right? We knew that we needed 15 minutes to get everything out of the way when we turned the music on. And it was like that routine, right? But when it happened and we moved the couches, we had the playlist on and we had these things, right? I had a little motivational thing kind of like this. I don't know if you guys can see that. She believed she could, so she did. Okay, I had that in my gym. In my dining room, living room. I didn't give a shit. That was my space. And when I was going to show up, I wanted to feel excited to be there. So you guys, find a space for you. This is for you. It's not selfish. You need it. You need it for you. Okay. So again, first question, is there a time in the day that's going to work for you best? And number 2, where is this going to happen for you? Where is it going to happen? What space are you going to claim in your home or your backyard or wherever, right? Yes, absolutely. You get to make it your space. And like, this is like the thing too. And I mean, this is a little bit different. This is my office. It is pink. It is glittery. When you come in here, you're like, that is so Shayla. It's like Shayla vomited in her office. But that's because I believe that when I'm in my business routine, my work routines, I need a space, and I've worked up to this. It hasn't always looked like this for me, but I feel good when I come here. I want to work, girl. Like, I want to do good things. So have a space, okay? Yes, Tiffany, yours is downstairs, and you totally have everything you've ever accomplished with all your programs, and it's there. And when you go there, I see you see it, and I know you know what that means. So have a space. The third question, this is the last one. How is that going to look for you? So this is actually the biggest part of the routine. Okay, because sometimes life can happen, and sometimes my workout might not get done at 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock in the morning. And if it doesn't, for whatever reason, that chunk, that block, that routine that I'm talking about right now, it just gets pushed later on. Doesn't mean it's not a priority. Maybe it didn't happen at 6 o'clock, but that routine, how does that look for you? That's going to happen at some point in my day. So how's that going to look for you? How's that going to look for you? Are you someone who's inspired by a 3-minute inspirational YouTube video? Maybe you crank that and you have your pre-workout and you're in your space, right? And you're just getting in the mood before you press play. How does that look for you? So for me, my morning routine, and if you know this about me, I get up, I freshen up really quick. I get downstairs, I make my pre-workout, I sit in a corner, I do 5 minutes of gratitude journaling. And it's a 5-minute journal. I have an affirmation card I pull. I really quickly reflect on that, and I truly bring that into my life of like affirmation of love and power. And it's who I am. It's what makes me happy, right? And then I press play. So I personally, because I have the time, it works for me, it's convenient for my lifestyle, I give myself an hour a day. I do my personal development, everything. But that's why I get up early. That's why I don't sleep until my kid's alarm goes off, right? Because I wouldn't have that hour in the day to do it otherwise. And it's important to me. I got to read the mindset stuff. I need to get in my good energy before I go give to everybody else. I know that about me, right? So how does that look for you? What's your time frame? Okay, so the workouts for Power and Grace, they're going to be no longer than 30 minutes, 20 to 30 minutes max, okay? 20 to 30 minutes for your workouts. Do you have your pre-workout? So give yourself that 10 minutes before. Through that 10 minutes, are you listening to a podcast? Do you have a wicked playlist jamming so hard? Are you dancing around in your space? What are you doing? Are you hyping yourself up? Okay. You get to see how that looks or how that looks for you. Do you meditate? Lots of people do it differently. And this is something, I'm just going to leave it here, you guys. And again, I'll put those questions. Okay. And if you have any other questions for me, or if you have any comments or feedback or anything like that about anything that I've shared. I'd love to hear. Does this help you? Does this resonate with you? Does it make you excited? Tell me. And again, this is just something that I've personally done for years and years and years. And it has truly made me a resilient human, very committed human. And it's not that I work harder than anyone else. I just have developed really great strengths and grit because of these routines, because of these things that I have done, right? And that's another thing too, you guys, like, and that's why I say you can do this, because you're not your patterns. You can break them. You get to choose how that looks. And it's just that consistent thing, that block of work that you do every day that over time becomes so embedded in who you are that it's like, I could literally have a champagne Saturday with my husband. True story. Saturday, champagne. And if you know me, you know that we have these sometimes. I will wake up if I don't do my workout and I have it on a Sunday. You bet your ass I'm getting up and I'm doing that morning routine. Maybe not at 6 o'clock in the morning, but it's important to me. And it's so embedded in who I am that it's like, I get up and the first thing that I want to do, and it's just like so natural to me, is like make my pre-workout, turn on this, do my personal development. I got my gratitude. It's like crazy. I'm like, who am I? Oh yeah, I've created these patterns for myself. This routine, this habit, this part of my life. And I do this, and we're talking just fitness. And I'm going to wrap this up, I promise. So thanks for being here, guys. Yay, I'm so glad it was helpful. I do my whole life like this. I do, from date night routines that we have. Like, it's crazy, you guys. I've literally built my entire life on this. I swear by it. So thanks for hanging with me. Happy Easter Monday, you guys. Thanks for taking time to be here live with me if you're on live. And if you're catching the recording, let me know. I hope you guys have a fabulous weekend. And tomorrow's an exciting day too. Make sure you get your bingo sheet. Start checking those things off, the prep workouts, and let's get ready to rock and roll. I'm so excited, you guys. Oh. See you later.